Okay, my name is Jennifer Ayers, and I graduated from Cal State San Bernardino in 1995 with a degree Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies. And currently I am the Resource Sustainability Manager at Yucaipa Valley Water District. A typical day for me at Yucaipa Valley Water District would consist of writing reports that deal with regulatory compliance for some of our infrastructure projects. A typical day might also consist of doing tours and dealing with the public and explaining how we maybe clean the water at Yucaipa Valley Water District and those different steps. Yeah. The part of my job I find the most interesting is seeing all the aspects of what the utilities have to do to get a project done. In the past, with my environmental career, I've just been on the environmental side of it, and I haven't seen what maybe the builders have to do to get a project done. So for me, it's been quite interesting to see a beginning and end of a project, an infrastructure project, and what the steps they have to take to do to get that project done. Unexpected part of my job would probably have to deal with regulatory compliance. For example, if there's a pipeline being built and maybe the contractors impacted something that they weren't supposed to, impacting, I mean, vegetation or some type of environmental issue, and having to go out there right away and fix the situation. Another unexpected aspect of the job might be just the public interface and having the public upset about something with the water district and having to troubleshoot that and put out that fire that day. Other occupations in my field might be a water conservation coordinator, a regulatory compliance manager. It is a unique specified field, but it is growing because water resources are becoming such a big issue. So there are a lot of water resources positions that are coming about. I do like to use my sense of humor a little bit when my job, so I think it works in a way when I do the tours. I think that's been good for my personality because it allows me to relax, engage, and talk to the public, and that's been something that has helped. The tours are important at Yucaipa Valley Water District because we do get some scrutiny about our rates, our water rates, our sewer rates. But once the community goes through and sees the process of how Yucaipa Valley Water District cleans the water through microfiltration and nanofiltration, and once they see the steps that Yucaipa is taking to ensure that we do have good quality water in the valley, then they really understand and they really see, like, this is where my money's going. It's actually going to try and sustain the water resources that we have in the Yucaipa Valley. So it's been very imperative to have that program. I think that Cal State San Bernardino prepared me for my career with a lot of the field type of work that you did with environmental studies majors. You go out in the field a lot and you learn the lay of the land and you learn about the physical features of the land, but you're also in the classroom utilizing the maps, and so you can learn different aspects of the field that you want to get into. I do know that right when I graduated is when the GIS program got bigger here at Cal State San Bernardino, and I probably would have taken more advantage of that because you really then defined you want to do, with environmental studies there's so many different parameters you can do. You can do field mapping, or you can decide you want to just, like, GIS be at the computer, or you can do more report writing. So it kind of gives you that aspect, those different aspects to decide where you want to go. So that's how it has helped. I think my connections with Cal State San Bernardino mainly do lie within the fellow classmates. I do have some friends and some co-workers or past co-workers that did go to Cal State San Bernardino as well, and we worked well together and we did some projects together. I think that those connections with the classmates have been great at Cal State. I wish someone else had told me before I had started my career in environmental studies that it would be a good idea to maybe pursue going to city council meetings or different type of public meetings, because I think you learn and gain so much about your community and jobs that are out there. If you go, anybody can go to a city council meeting, and if you go and just sit and listen in the audience, you're not only seeing the dynamics of how a public meeting is run, and also just how business is done in that sense. And if you don't want to go into the public sector, I think it's important though to maybe go to city council meetings, because then you can see, private industry is trying to maybe get a contract through that public agency. So you're seeing private and public, and I wasn't exposed to any of that. I think the best advice for students that would maybe want to become a resource sustainability manager or water conservation coordinator would definitely be to try an internship. And I know that's something they've probably heard before, but internship and even volunteer for like a water district. One important thing would be to just get out to the city council meetings and just see that aspect, or go to water district meetings. Those are open to the public. You just walk into any water district meeting and you can just sit and listen and observe. But I think it's important for a student at Cal State San Bernardino, because then they become more comfortable in that environment and they see the dynamics and how things are run. So exposing yourself to those meetings, trying to do internships. I did free internships before I actually got my first job, and that's what helped me get my first job. So it's hard to do financially, but if you can do it, it's worth it. One thing I think it's important to learn is to know who is interviewing you. And I mean, I hate to say this, but whether you use Google and you Google their name, but just try and get all the information you can. Go to the agency's website and get all the information, because I think it helps you and it helps the person. If you know a little bit about them and you have some interest, that helps. But also just always with the follow-up thank yous and the appreciations, because if you show just a follow-up email thanking somebody, it goes so far as the person that didn't do that. I think the Alumni Association is very important, because for students to learn and hear from alumni and what they're doing now it's so important. Because I think that students tend to just, they're studying, they're getting the classes out of the way, they want to get that degree, and while they are thinking of their career, they're a little bit detached from just the reality of getting that job and where are the careers, and the alumni are there and they're doing it. And for example, the job I got right out of Cal State, I didn't even know a resource conservation district existed. So for me, being an alumni at Cal State San Bernardino, I can let some of these environmental studies majors know that there are 100 resource conservation districts in California, public agencies, where that could be a possible job opportunity for them. And with other alumni, there's all different types of agencies that they probably know about that students don't know about right now. And just being connected with those alumni and knowing about those different agencies, I think are very important.